she really does need to do is time that side special correctly with that burst of speed. She'll pick you up. Back in the day, this character used to be bugged on this stage, where she could kill you at yellow with forward throw anywhere on stage, and it was hilarious.
That sounds like not a stage bug, but whoa, some old history I'm not familiar with either. But right now, look at that back and forth. Both of these players already in green, and the parry to start things off, and this might force a burst. No, PAIKOr with the knowledge of just being able to rush out there, saving the burst for another interaction.
Yeah, so some interesting things that have happened in this matchup. This used to be one of Erda's worst matchups, but a great air dodge into that forward air punish. Before, you could actually duck on reaction Erda's side special, but they have changed it now that you do have to jump over it. Nice punish there, forces the critical, still in that red state, but is going to make it out. And don't get grabbed. The down throw starting up for these up air pillars. PAIKOr, they're going to be holding straight up, get out of those.
So we've seen it recently, G3 on the first interaction with PAIKOr won 1 game out of the set, and then the next one was 2 games, and he said himself he wants to up a game every single interaction. So this would be the time for him to win this set.
At the same time, the tricks that you catch PAIKOr with one time, not likely to catch him with more than once, so he's going to have to bring out a new bag of tricks. Obviously the King of Europe named that for a reason, going to go in for that ground rush.
Oh, the spacing, they're rising up and the down and just missing each other. No clank, no hit, no trade, and so much movement. Just can't really hit each other because of all this pressure. But you have to avoid some certain situations. Red burst on shield to keep it safe, but PAIKOr somehow gets the opening out of it.
Yeah,
the laser and the trade on the projectiles, I can't believe. But then just the grab. The side B was called out. I don't know how he got that grab, but what a reaction time for G3 there.
Yeah, so the New Horizons, New Beginnings, sorry. Thanks so much, Animal Crossing. The New Beginnings patch actually is huge for Erda in this matchup, because before she didn't have a projectile or anything really to deal with the range. Like Zhu, obviously, you know, she may have a sword, but she's by no means a conventional swordie as far as platform fight is concerned. Not massive disjoints, but she did still have that that croissant blue, able to come in with a projectile that now Erda can at least try and punish you with at range, and also the forward tilt helps her get in. So we've seen G3 really making use of these new tools. It is going to try and go for the counter hit, but PAIKOr immediately swings back the up air, not going to kill.
I can't believe the blue sword upper did not kill Malu with a rather decently sized ceiling there. Not one of the biggest in the game, but it's up there for sure, making the difference of that stock not being out yet. But PAIKOr taking this stock regardless, not giving much mileage away. And now the laser, quick 30 with a one hit. Oh, hyper up not being punished. I can't believe G3 thought that it would be a cross up. On a hyper up, you cannot cross up anymore. Most aerials, even multi-hits like Seth Snare, just get stuck on shield.
Oh, trying to force it. Eventually, PAIKOr is going to do it. Going to use a nice little...
Oh, this could be it!
Huge burst though. And his Zoomerangs are so good. Gets the reverse hit of up tilt. Now actually should kill unless they've changed it.
Oh no, big flop there. Someone just dives into the blast zone, but another stock to use. But the ledge drop to open things up, a lot of mileage, only 32. But once you get the character out of blue with the forward airs, forcing the burst there. Perfect percentage to get those forward airs, and it could have cost the stock, but G3 messing up. Bit of nerves coming in, and the charge up there forcing the burst as well.
Yeah, I think what he was going for is we've been seeing PAIKOr hold up out of most of these, and the up tilt is going to kill. We've been seeing PAIKOr hold up in a lot of these strings, and this time I think G3 went for the hard call out on that upward DI, trying to catch him by going high, but PAIKOr this time mixing it up when it matters most, goes low and avoids that command grab, which would have been an excellent turnaround after PAIKOr pretty much gave him a stock with that, you know, the patented PAIKOr stock reset.
But remember that PAIKOr was down in the beginning. It was G3's lead early on, but somehow it didn't look like there was any lead build after PAIKOr could SD and still come out on top.
Yeah, we did just get to see it again there, this time going low and immediately rushing out of there. Not going to try and challenge Erda over on that side blast zone. Instead, just going to immediately reset stage. At the end of the day, even with the new tools, Erda does struggle against speedy characters, and that is Zurong to a T, a speedy combo queen. And even then, now with her like improvements to the red neutral special where she has a little bit more variety. Even with Erda getting those new tools, we've been seeing PAIKOr put them, so far mostly just the laser, hasn't been making use of Beyblade or Red Crescent or anything like that. But the laser's been putting in great work for PAIKOr.
So as you said it, we've seen PAIKOr use on the past weeks, ever since the patch. We've seen him use so many lasers as well as the Beyblade, but the low ones have not come out that much at all. And if you're not familiar with, the projectile that happens depends on the feathers she has, which is when she uses the blue sword on a special. Oh no, as I'm speaking, we see a tragedy. PAIKOr just overextending and SDing.
Great punish though, he gets that multi-hit out. Unfortunately, was rushing towards G3, so he's going to get cursed by the burst, but that was just a tiny little breather, gets his stuff back, and now he's up to 3 feathers.
There was a 0 to death after the SD, it just shut me right up. I was holding my breath and PAIKOr still untouched after that SD there. Speaking of which, Commentator's Curse.
he really do be giving away these stocks for free. I don't know if he's been trying to rack up his charity work hours, but 2 stocks given away in this set and immediately able to even it up. No burst here, forces it out. Unfortunately, though, still invincible.
The great timing from the burst by G3. A bit earlier, a bit later, might have been curtains.
It was also really smart there from PAIKOr to go for the neutral special and just float outside of burst radius. So even though he wasn't able to get the punish for it, he was at no risk of getting reset, so he could still threaten. This should be a charged up air for the kill. It is. And those Kris Kringle colors there from PAIKOr are going to gift G3 a free 30% off of the laser.
What is that movement? How did G3 just wave in and out and just get the grab there? PAIKOr looking a bit overwhelmed here.
Yeah, you can see it from the emotes coming out there from PAIKOr. He knows. We all knew what G3 was going for, and PAIKOr did his best. But eventually, as much as she's going to tell you to not make it happen, you're eventually going to get grabbed.
The up tilt could reach. No, but oh my goodness, the DI up looked like it could have been the stock, but now we have a charged shine and conditioning into the air tag. The only way to escape, but PAIKOr being so good at just calling it out, reacting towards the air tag, punishing it, as well as calling out your movement for the laser, but now being reversaled here. The laser cannot kill on soul percent unless you're in a weird spot, so you definitely need to hit a solid hit. Oh my goodness, the single jab, just a vibe check.
Yeah, it did look like PAIKOr was trying to go for a setup. We've been seeing him go for like these boomerang super jumps into instant double jump with Rush, like committing all of his resources. Nice burst there in order to mix up the timing, and he's going to come in from that right-hand angle to not get caught by the down air. But PAIKOr was actually looking pretty clean before he got ledge trumped one time. Nice delay there on the command grab, and that's going to be a huge dunk. That's 40 now?
Oh yeah, it is 40 now. It's way slower now, way bigger though. But you can also red burst out of it, regardless. If you get the up B grab, you have so much time afterwards, and what people usually do afterwards is the down B, since you can just wait for even the lightest character to float up and come down and hit stun, and still connect it. Oh, what a shine conversion, but doesn't fall out of the shine. But now one stock apiece, and then dashing's being called out by G3 with a spike there, but no conversion to finish off, and the wrong way for the Beyblade. Oh, right. Bad situation there.
Goes high, but immediately PAIKOr mixing up his aerial. Nice there. Tries to double dip with the blue shine, but instead just going to go for the down tilt. Going to get punished. We're going to have to do it again. G3 this time waits for PAIKOr, but PAIKOr comes down swinging with a button. Forced to red burst to stay aggressive on it, and this time PAIKOr staying well outside the range.
Oh, this could be it.
Those chrysalids.
The down air V-kit onto the blue sword up tilt definitely will take the stock there. Perfect setup, gets the perfect spacing as well, but the contestation earlier 2 times being sent off stage and contesting that with a high recovery on the second time, getting the spike as well. Just so clutch by PAIKOr, and now up 2-0.
Yeah, it's crazy that he technically went with the same option both times, but all he did was mix up the timing, and that was enough to keep G3 guessing. And even though it really should have been his advantage state, we're seeing it there again. He was able to just turn it into his advantage. PAIKOr, honestly, just ruthless. He's like a shark in the water. The moment he senses that there's a hint of hesitation, he will be there and ready to meet you.
And the potential last game for winner's side for G3 right now is locked into Sovereign Peak back again. with the main, doesn't try anything new. We've seen G3 try the Seth as a counter pick, especially for Zurong, because early on his opinion was that Zurong wins this matchup 80-20. Obviously, it might be a bit exaggerated, but right now as it stands with all the changes and being down, it looks like it's still a major lead for the Zurong, but we still stick with the Erda.
This is definitely one of the more polarizing matchups in the game, I would say. Like 80-20, I think is being generous. Like genuinely, like this matchup has gotten better now that Erda has some more tools. Like we saw that Chrysalis, there we go. Now we're starting to see the Sour down there. There's a little bit of a Twitch man saying clip it. And there it is for the finish, but it doesn't kill. Spike's finally being nerfed in this game to not kill in green.
Yeah, as well as the double dips were one of the strongest tools for most of the characters, dictating the meta, but right now double dips don't really exist no more. The laser barely mistimes it, and usually PAIKOr seems to have a better just hit rate on the laser than 70% from the last couple performances, but today not so much. Still, it's even game still, both on orange, and the next opening could dictate the lead.
Oh, he's feeling himself now. He's going for it. He's, you know, we joke about it sometimes as Zurong. I know the two of us, whenever you pull out the ninja suit, the equivalent of putting those black Air Force Ones on, no regard for your own life, no regard for their life. You're coming in swinging. PAIKOr definitely farming for Twitch clips on his route potentially to winners finals.
Oh, G3 trying with a big call. Oh no, the up B off stage and just donates once again, but G3 now needs to take it all the way to the bank. He needs to make that game count, or the winner runs over. What a timing there with the
sure live streams are currently happening right now, but you know, PAIKOr showing his charity regardless of where we are.
I've never understood how you have so much momentum with that jump shine B reversal. I've tried it so many times being a former Zurong myself, but PAIKOr just making it work and so clean every single time with that movement.
Yeah, it's definitely easier on keyboard, which is PAIKOr's weapon of choice. Just having those digital inputs makes it a lot easier to get the timing down every single time. I personally struggle with it on a controller, but his usage of it is absolutely just stellar. Like Zoo already excellent with the boomerang, but then add in a roaming hitbox as well. Nightmare character.
Oh, strong and back. What a great tool to open things up, and this could mean everything. Still a big lead, the laser pushing away, but G3 trying to get the early stock by charging the forward air. Oh, the reversal!
That's so big, and we're gonna get the small windmill as well. The two flame and PAIKOr. He's making him guess every single time, and G3 just has not been able to guess correctly. He's bringing in new remixes, finally gonna get the swipe over. And Chrysalis is gonna confirm no rush here from PAIKOr.
G3 is seemingly a bit nervous. We've seen it yet again to just spam the forward air charged on orange, trying to get the early stock, but so far it hasn't worked out, and PAIKOr has not been falling for it. Yeah,
the two things I would like to see from G3 going forward is he hasn't really been cognizant of when PAIKOr is out of jumps. Obviously the rush circle is that big yellow circle, but you can see that little double jump ring whenever he did it. PAIKOr actually had no jump down. I would like to see him play a little bit more aggressively when he took it. And also just recognizing, it doesn't look like Laser from behind actually has a hitbox, so I'd like to see him walk forward a little bit more. But that we'll have to wait for if he gets a run back in the loser's side of things. It's going to be a swift 3-0 on the side of PAIKOr, yet to drop a game in the winner's side as he moves on towards winners finals. A juicy bit of the pot going his way if he can keep it this consistent.